to do anything, or your mindset is, I'm so broke. Don't you hate that? So just to let you know, we are in Central Park, and also we're walking with my dog. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. When you feel broke, you're not actually broke. When you want something, all you have to do is change and flip it. The mindset is, how can I? The other thing is, we're not as broke as we think we are. I mean, yes, you may be on a budget. Yes, you may have to weigh purchases, but everything is a priority. Once you know your priorities and what you value, then you'll know how to spend your money. But getting back to the main point, let's say, like this happened to me the other day. I wanted, and I know this may sound silly to some, but I wanted a silverware, like a sterling silver place setting. And I knew I didn't want the whole set, because who needs that? That's a drag. But I also knew that it was going to be pricey. So instead of saying, oh, I can't have that, I'm so broke, I can't, or travel, that's a big one. Let me use that example first. Travel. I wanted to take a short trip to Chicago, and things seemed tight. And I was like, I can't afford that right now. And it's like, no, I can afford it. Just ask the question, how can I? And if there's something that you want to afford, put it in the comments. Let's see if we can figure it out together. So here's what I did. I said, how can I afford this? I want to make it happen. And when we set the intention, we can manifest most anything if we're willing to put the work into it. So, and the key to manifesting is having faith that it will work out. So that's the other thing. So I said, how can I? Turns out I looked into my air miles account. I had enough air miles. And then instead of staying at a pricey hotel, I chose to stay at a reputable hostel. hiusa.org, shout out to them. I am a lifetime member. I rarely ever use it, but it's a great way to travel. And so I went to Chicago. You ready? I went to Chicago for $120. That's it. And if that seems like too much for something for some of you, then break it down. Set up an automatic savings account and put aside $20 a month, whatever it is, and save until you can afford it. But it's not, I can't, I'm too broke. It's how can I? So now let me tell you about the silverware place setting. So I figured, a place setting for silverware is like $250, $300 on up dollars US. And I was like, I'm on a budget. So what I did was I went over to eBay and I looked at a place setting, and I sent the seller a message. And I said, hey, I'm on a budget. And I was wondering, but I thought I would ask you, and I didn't say but, I said, and I'd like to ask if you would be willing to be my silverware fairy godmother today and help me get a second place setting for X price. And let me know what you think. The worst you can do, the worst that can happen is they say no. But, oh my goodness, hello, welcome. Let's see, these are prescription. Hello, AJ. Hey, Cub Gaming. Hey, Tameen. And I don't read Sanskrit. I think that's Sanskrit. Hi, Urban. But anyway, have you guys ever thought, wow, I want something, but I don't think I can afford it, or I'm too broke. You're not too broke. You just have to say, how can I? And maybe have a little patience until you manifest it. Now, manifest, that's such a woo-woo word, right? But it's really just code for I can get whatever I want from the universe in an authentic way. So I encourage you to reframe and say, how can I? And you would be really surprised and pleasantly surprised at the solutions that you come up with. And furthermore, use your network and say, hey, I really want X. do you have any ideas for me? Do you know anybody who can unload that? Or, and here's my next strategy for the silverware that I was talking about. It's sterling silver. And I decided that if that first route doesn't work, I'm gonna put it out there and say, hey, does anybody have this particular pattern? Because silverware comes in patterns, right? Does anybody have this pattern that they'd like to give a good home to? I'm your girl. So that is that's what I have for you. And please consider me your online big sis with advice. The big sister I never had. So when I come across stuff, I love to share it and let me know what you think. And please do follow and subscribe, because I'll be giving more tips, random hacks and DIYs and how-tos and all this fun, good stuff. And I would love to share it with more people. So thank you so much. Take care until the next one. Usually in the morning around this time, between 10 a.m. Eastern to 1 p.m. Eastern, because that's when I walk my dog. If I haven't shown her in a while. Okay, so anyway, she's a rescue, and if you want a dog, consider getting a rescue, but know this, so much work. So if you travel or are not in a responsible adulting mode, save getting a dog for later, seriously. But that's the news here, and thank you so much for joining. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.